Hey guys, welcome back to a new vlog. I'm back in Bali. It's a bit messy here at the moment, but I still wanted to get back on creating content again because I have been in this quite intense place beginning of the year. I talked about before the retrogrades and eclipses, and it was really hitting me hard because I am finishing up a huge cycle of evolution in my own life. So I think always just before you kind of end a chapter, it just gets more intense just before the end. And for me, I just been avoiding being online quite a lot, but I just feel now like I just have to get myself out of my comfort zone and just like get back into sharing because I do love that. But in my human design, I have other part of it's like a hermit. Like I love not being online. Another part of me likes to share. So I'm trying to activate that part of me that loves to share, because there's a thing that I actually discovered a few weeks ago around unexpressed creativity and how that can actually drain the life out of you. So if you have that creative inspiration and you're not like using it and you're not doing anything with it, it will actually make you feel worse. And I've noticed that with myself the past few weeks. I wanted to be more online and creating, but then I've been overthinking my content. I've been overthinking how I'm showing up, and I just want to really, with this vlog, get back into the swing of things and just not analyze everything that much and just enjoy again creating. And I was, even this morning, I was thinking about when I initially like started creating content in Instagram 5 years ago. I just want to get back to that place where I was actually sharing about stuff which I love, which I was doing, and which I was like learning about all these like meditations and breath work and energy healing, all these things that was like creating so much manifestation, all these different things that I was finding 5 years ago. And I want to get back to a place where I'm just sharing from that inspiration of creativity and not overthinking things. But I tend to be quite critical sometimes about how I show up and what I do. So this is just me saying I'm back, and this is probably going to be a little bit not the best first vlog because I've already created some content and now I'm redoing the intro. So welcome back. But I also really do want to show the messiness sometimes of life and creating and navigating change, and not always try to contribute to the illusion that life is linear and that it's not challenging. Especially now, obviously I'm in love with astrology, if you have not figured out already, but this year we're in a year 9, which is endings, and collectively we are shedding so much at the moment. And this year energetically is very messy, and that I've been feeling in my own life, but also from other people's lives. So that's why I think I do want to make sure that I'm not always trying to only show up when things are like very perfect, that I show my process of navigating stuff as well. But yeah, welcome back. I'm in Bali, so I'm gonna show you a little bit my Bali week this week. Yeah. Morning guys, from a very messy flat and little bit of a messy outfit this morning. I am heading to a Kundalini activation class, which is, I think I talked about it in my previous vlog when I was in Bali, but it's in a very simplified way. This doesn't do justice, but it is more of an energy healing class. It activates Kundalini energy within the body, and it's more of an activation. It's quite hard to describe if you have not experienced it yourself. But for me, I've just been really into it lately. I've done it probably 5 times now in total, but I feel for me it is the best way to really process my grief, because I think anything that is quite painful and hard to allow yourself to feel is sometimes your mind kind of gets in the way. And I noticed that when I do breath work or hypnotherapy, like it's quite hard for me to allow myself to feel that pain. But with the Kundalini activation, it just kind of clears everything out, and it's just very liberating. I feel always very liberated after the class. So for me, it's just something that I have been called to do when I'm here, even though I don't feel like I need any like super intense healing sessions at the moment. But this was just something I just feel, and I'm always very energized after that, because if we don't process our emotions, they get stuck in the body and they become really heavy. And that, what I noticed when I was really depressed, I just had so much stored emotion and energy in my system that I wasn't releasing, and I just felt like I couldn't do anything. And I noticed nowadays when I feel really heavy, I just have a lot more emotions or energy stored in the system, and it just helps me to feel a lot more like liberated and energized. So yeah, I might be showing you the space where I am. I often like, I really want to not take my camera with me because it's, you know, a personal experience for everyone. But if I can, because it's visually very beautiful, I would love to show you the studio. But anyway, I'll be catching up with you later. Hi guys, I'm trying to have an afternoon siesta, and I wanted to show you my new haircut. You can't actually see it that well, but it's almost like a butterfly cut. I just wanted to get some layers because when I got my extensions, I feel like there was just a lot of hair and it just wasn't, I don't know, it just felt really heavy. So I love a little bit of a layered look at the moment, so I'm going to show it a little bit later on. But I did wanted to actually share something, because I did the Kundalini activation class 2 days ago, and I had just been now 2 days integrating everything that, you know, happened in that session, and it was quite intense. I think over the years I've probably done 7 of these activations, and this was probably the most intense that I've had. And the past 2 days I've been just crying and just grounding myself, because so much came up to the surface for me. And I wanted to do the session because I knew that I have been avoiding facing my grief in the past few months, and that's why I've been feeling a little bit off, because I've been really avoiding my feelings. And grief is the hardest thing to feel. I think especially after losing your mum, it's just something that I just noticed myself very often just avoiding facing. And I was like, I need to face it, because if we block one part of our emotions, we're blocking all of them. So if we're blocking our pain, we're blocking our joy. So you can't just choose one emotion to block. It impacts everything. And that's why I have been a little bit feeling off lately, because I just have not allowed myself to express all my emotions. So I've also been lacking in my creativity, in my joy, like all of it. So I can see already now, this is the 3rd day after my activation, like I just feel lighter, I feel happy, I feel joyful. I just got my creativity back, I got my excitement back, and I just wanted to share this experience with you, because I'm a big advocate of feeling our feelings and talking about the importance of feeling our feelings. And that's why I initially started to teach breathwork, because when I did my breathwork session, I realized I have not actually, I think I was 35 when I did my first breathwork session. I've never actually felt my feelings before. And that was just like a biggest like aha moment of my life. And I never actually felt peace and deep joy. So that's kind of opened up this work. But I think now with Kundalini activation, why I'm so in love with it is because with sometimes with breath work, I can still numb some parts of my feelings, because often irrational mind really start to control. But with Kundalini activation, you can't hide what you're feeling. It will literally just, the energy is so strong that it will unlock anything that you're trying to escape from. And that's why I'm so grateful for that work, because it just allowed me to release a lot of my grief in a way that I could not do it on my own. And I think especially when someone else can witness your pain, it just unlocks the pain even further. And it's just have been one of those very liberating sessions for me, and I'm really just grateful. So just wanted to share that, because I think we don't still talk enough about the importance of fully processing our emotions, especially those painful ones. But also, like, it will take time. Like with me, like it's been almost 1.5 years since I lost my mom, and it's a journey that I'm on. It's not gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll release it now and it's never gonna come back. It's just, it is a continuous process that is gonna take me for a long time to release, because your nervous system can't do it all at once. It's you have to build towards gradually releasing things, and it doesn't need to be, you know, you're losing someone. It might be loss of your identity, it might be your career change, like all of these things. There's a grieving process involved that will take time to release. But yeah, just wanted to share this with you guys. I think I'm gonna go and make myself an afternoon tea, and then I'm doing this very exciting kind of a yin yoga class, but I might actually put it here, the name, because I can't remember. This is the thing I love about Bali. It's like class pass and all these really fun classes that I can't access in Europe. So I'm gonna, if I can film, I'm gonna take you with me just for a bit, or then share tomorrow. Just been editing this week's vlog, and it's definitely all over the place. So. But I know myself, like if I just don't get myself out of this rut of showing up, like I will never do it. So for me, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. And then I do want to start challenging myself a little bit more around how I do my vlogs. I think always when you start something new, you kind of look at how other people do things. It takes you a while to figure out your own style. So I might try something new for my next week vlog, because there's going to be a lot of wellness content. I'm trying a new acupuncturist, which I want to take you along with my journey around that, because I think especially now navigating my fertility and trying to optimize it as much as I can, I think is something I'm really passionate about sharing, especially like later in life when you're trying to have kids and figuring out how to have kids. So that's definitely a topic I want to talk about. And then some facials and just some beauty bits, because I'm now in Canggu, so I want to do all of these like healthy, all these appointments now, because then I'm gonna head a little bit more outside of the busy areas of Bali to have a bit more time for myself. And I'm also like, I just want to open myself to, there's so much more in Bali than Canggu or Ubud or Uluwatu and all these big places. So I want to like take a little bit more time to explore and see different areas. So yeah, but thank you for being here. We'll see you next week, and I hope you're doing well, and take care.